Jaylen Brown, man, has been traded to the Sixers. The Boston Sixers have agreed to trade Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for veteran forward Paul George and 4 draft picks. Now, if you was watching the last episode, we both know I called it. I said, man, we just need to get rid of Paul George, give him some picks, man. Give us Jaylen Brown. He don't want to be there no more. He grew the beard already. He ready to come to Philly already, man. And there we have it, man. By the next episode, he here in Philly. Now, and this blockbuster deal completely reshapes the landscape of the Atlantic Division and comes directly to the heels of the Celtics, who failed to pursue and acquire Giannis. So they was holding on to all the different situations they had and deals they had because they wanted to hold out to get Giannis. But we all know Giannis went to Miami, so that's not happening. So with this trade, the Sixers pretty much definitely upgraded their roster, man. I've been waiting for a while for the Sixers to look like they have a full roster where you're like, man, all they need is just this, and all they need is this and that. Well, now it look like they pretty much got a filled out starting lineup. Now we start with the starting five. We got Tyrese Maxey, we know that. VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown. We signed Dean Wade from the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's a sleeper. He's a shooter. Like don't sleep on Dean Wade. Y'all gonna see. And then we got Joel Embiid if he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Or when he's healthy. You know what I mean? But Jaylen Brown did it with a Celtics team that didn't have a dominant center. So I feel like bringing Jaylen Brown for the time that Embiid missed, Jaylen Brown, VJ, Maxey can definitely hold it over. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you seen the Celtics ball last year and you seen what Jaylen Brown was doing without Jason Tatum and role players, you know what I'm talking about. But off the bench, we basically lost Quentin Grimes. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. We lost him off the bench, but we got the new young guy, Philin, LeBaron Philin Jr. You know what I mean? We got Dylan Terry, Tyrese Martin as guards. At the forward, we re-signed Dominic Barlow, Jabari Walker, Justin Edwards, B Champ. And for the center, we still got Bona. We got Broom. We signed him off the G League. And Huck Porter, Ariel. I'm not sure who he is, but they got him right after Embiid. So we going to see what he do. I'm pretty much liking the Sixers starting lineup. Maybe there's little tweaks here and there they could probably make to the bench, to make sure we fill it out. But as far as this Sixers lineup, especially healthy, we very, very dangerous, man. Like, I don't think nobody want to see this Sixers squad, you know, as far as, in the 7-game series, if we healthy. Because, a lot of the other teams lost some players. The Knicks lost a couple players, a couple moves been made around the league. So we gonna see what happens with this Sixers situation. But I'm loving this trade. Sixers to me definitely won this trade for sure. Celtics had to unload Jaylen Brown. They've been shopping him around for a minute. Who knew we would get him for Paul George and 4 picks? We basically got him for a beanbag chair and a bag of chips. So shout out to the Celtics for letting Jaylen Brown come to the Sixers. You know what I'm saying? And the Celtics lost that trade, but at the end of the day, I think they planning for the future. They planning to open up some cap space. But the Celtics on their side, they made a couple signings. You know what I mean? Mike Conley. They signed Mike Conley. Of course, like I said, Paul George. They signed Mitchell Robinson from the Knicks. So their starting lineup right now is looking like Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Paul George, Jason Tatum, and Mitchell Robinson is where it's looking like it's going to start. I don't see that even being a playoff team. I guess you could say maybe a play-in team because of Jason Tatum and Pritchard pretty nice. Derek White was okay at one point. He got to step it up. Mike Conley, he ain't really even play that much last year. They got a good bench. You don't really know the name. The name of the players on their bench is not big names, but they're real good role players. You know what I mean? If you see him play last year, the Celtics got real good role players. But as far as they starting lineup, they definitely took L as far as losing Jaylen Brown, because Paul George is not going to be there for half of the season. Let's be honest. He's not going to be there. And when he's there, he's going to be getting between 12 and 18 points on good days. You know what I mean? So that's what he was doing for us. Unless he come out and be the old Paul George again, I don't know. Plus, Paul George is like, 36, 37, maybe even 35. But Jaylen Brown is like 28, 29. So we got like a 6-year, 7-year difference in the ages. So we definitely bucked up with that. But the Celtics, I think it got to be rebuild mode or something, because this don't look like a deep playoff or a championship lineup on paper. Now, things could change because paper don't always mean something's going to happen. We know that from different rosters, like the Brooklyn Nets roster and the Suns roster when Bill got there. And there's a whole bunch of rosters that was nice on paper, but when it was time to play, they couldn't put 1, 2, and 3 together. So, but from what I see, the Celtics is done for next year. They got to do something else. The sweepstakes waiting for Giannis didn't work out, and just letting Jaylen Brown go to the Sixers for Paul George, they lost it. Maybe they looking for some people in the future with all the picks they got. Maybe they trying to OKC a situation. I don't know. But we'll see. Leave your thoughts and comments below. What do you think about that? What do you think about the trade? Who won the trade? The Sixers, the Celtics? Who won the trade? Where do you see the Sixers going? Whether they healthy, unhealthy? Where do you see the Celtics going fully healthy? I don't see them going too far, but, maybe I'm biased a little bit because I'm a Sixers fan, but at the same time, I'm a realist. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and act like, I feel like they can do more than because I don't want to look stupid. You know what I mean? So I'm going to keep it real when it comes to this sports thing. But shout out to y'all. Make sure you leave your thoughts and comments below on that topic of the trade.
Yeah, this is a crazy ass killer. You know what I'm saying? This is Hoover from Silicon Valley. This is Dwight from Dodgeball. I'm on the Buck Bandit Podcast. Chris Williams. Check it out.
The king can't always be the damn king by itself. I need servants to step up.
Turn me up a little bit.